I took finasteride for 18 days from the end of December 2019 to the beginning of January 2020. I took 1 milligram a day. I was 46 years old then. Shortly after, I noticed some strange reactions in my body, which were muscle twitching and pain in testes. I then decided to abandon finasteride completely. A few days later, I had very strange fatigue, which I never had before. And then the next weekend, I woke up with a severe brain fog, tinnitus, and panic attack. I was planning before to study for my accounting, but because of brain fog, I couldn't even read one sentence. I just couldn't understand anything, couldn't make any sense, couldn't remember anything. That weekend, I called emergency during nighttime as I had severe panic attack, which was also the first time ever in my life. And they just told me to talk to my general practitioner. So next week on Monday, I went to work and I just had this constant brain fog. Even simple tasks were pretty challenging. And I remember one of my customers called me and asked me just simple questions, and I had panic attacks, and I had to call my boss to explain him my situation. So he was gladly, he was quite understanding. The first 4 months were pretty challenging. My daily episodes of depression were so severe that I remember when I was with my partner, I was telling, please just help me to die. I would just want to die. That was really strange feeling, as if somebody had a remote control and they're just pressing the button, and I had severe panic attack, just out of nothing, no reasons. Severe panic attack when I actually wanted to die. It was panic attack, it was severe sadness, just extreme sadness. I remember when my dad died 3 years ago, I didn't feel that bad, but this time it was just like out of nothing. Plus, it was always with the brain fog, with difficulty to understand anything around you. It was just like almost living in a dream, some kind of dream, not really reality. After 4 months, that severe depression subsided, thank God, but I still continue to have most of other symptoms. How do you explain the derealization? It's like almost like your brain is wrapped in a cling film, so you see things, you hear things, but you just don't feel them. You just don't get any emotional feedback. It's quite difficult. It's very very frustrating. I also mentioned about fatigue. It never leaves me. My skin changed almost straight away when I had Post-Finasteride Syndrome. It became really soft and very dry, and especially on my hands, very stretchy, kind of oldish. Whenever I wake up every morning, I have this kind of feeling as if I was gassed, as if it was some kind of poisonous gas. My eyes are extremely dry and itchy. Tinnitus, I had it when I had post-finasteride, and it just never subsided. Head pressure, it does happen quite often. Head pressure, it's very difficult, and I wake up with extreme difficulty whereas before finasteride, I was really happy-chappy. I was, jumping on a bike and I was cycling 3-4 miles to go to train station. I was going to work, so it's just like I was a very different person then. I have emotional flatness. I just don't feel any happy emotions from anything what I do, like listening to music, doing stuff. It just doesn't exist anymore. It's either negative or nothing. How did it impact my life? All those symptoms have significantly impacted my life. I'm no longer able to continue my professional studies. I was quite successful studying. I was doing self-study for accounting, and now I just can't remember anything. If I read a sentence, I won't remember, and I'll just get really, really tired, and I just kind of close book and sleep, So it's just like I can't do anything. There's no motivation. there's no motivation, anything. Difficult to go anywhere, difficult to, yeah. So it's not good. It's not good. I really have to put lots of efforts to pretend that I'm okay, and also because I have to work, I have to earn money. So it's almost like kind of remembering what I did in the past before. So just to kind of make connections with people. When I deal with my work, I just find it very difficult to concentrate and remember things. So whatever took me before 5 seconds, it takes me like, I don't know, 10 minutes, 20 minutes to do something. In my conversation with friends, if I try to mention something, what was in the past, name of the actors, I just don't remember. I just say, what's the name of that person? Even though it's just a really famous person, I just don't remember. I just don't remember. An intimate relationship really changed because it was difficult to really be up to standard. So it's like, yeah, it's not really a good thing. And when I went to doctors, they just couldn't help me with anything. They just said, oh, you probably have depression, so take antidepressants. Yeah, I'm quite amused how actually taking drugs for 18 days only, you can actually suffer for such a long time. But people suffer for many years, and some people, unfortunately, they commit suicide. I do understand them now, because living in this nightmare, in this brain fog, in kind of, it's like derealization. The worst thing is like when you feel things around you are not real. That's the worst thing. It's just pretty scary. My relationship as well also suffering, and I have to really pretend that I'm okay just to keep the relationship afloat. But that's not really natural. No, people who created this drug, I just, I don't know. I don't know what to think about them. I mean, they don't know what wishes they had. I mean, probably just making profit, but you can see that they actually cause many people to suffer, and lots of people suffer in silence, and they don't come forward like me or other people who put the videos up. The way it was actually approved, and then being sold, and doctors promote that, it's just unbelievable. I just bought that very quickly from the very famous one of the famous British pharmaceutical companies online very quickly. It was an online doctor, and they asked kind of online thing. You just press yes, 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 and then they sent it to you. And then there was nothing there which they said about the side effects. They just don't recognize it. I just can't understand how it's can actually carry on. It's just like unbelievable. It's a physical, it's emotional, it's mental, and they still carry on doing this. They still carry on selling, and it's just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. I hope maybe one day they will just ban it and make some proper research. All right, guys, bye.